Welcome to Between the Reps with Brooke, Jeanna, and Devin. Brooke has not joined us yet. She is probably wiping herself down from a running workout this morning. But I thought we'd go ahead and start because this question is for Devin, and it's from Kat, and it says, "Dear favorite podcast girlfriends, you guys are hilarious. I feel like I'm chilling in my car and just talking shit with my girls when I play your pods. I want to thank you for existing and keeping on." Well, thank you, Kat. 2 comments. Devin, where are you? Either you're not chiming in or sound just like Brooke. I think a Q&A Devin episode would rock so we the listeners can get to know her. Like, how did you meet B&J? Also, and then she has another question. So I guess you could just, well, first of all, Kat, it's really hard to get a word in edgewise with Brooke and I.
Very hard.
And we are aware of that. I mean, that's why we're constantly cutting each other off. So I think Devin's just more polite than we are.
Yeah, definitely. And I like to kind of just let you guys go on your tangents because you entertain me as well.
Well, thank you for that. But yeah, so like maybe you could just tell our guests like kind of how you met Brooke.
Okay.
Like who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you? Who is Devin and what makes her tick?
Well, I met Brooke through a friend. So a friend of a friend. Brooke was being trained by Michael Caillou, who's married to a D who owns Working Against Gravity. And I know a D's project manager. Her name was Danny. And I had been expressing to Danny that I was very burnt out in the emergency room. My background is pre-hospital on the ambulance and then in the emergency room for many, many years. And I was just burnt out and kind of looking for something new. Part-time, nothing super crazy. Just kind of wanted to get some outside, like something different, something positive.
Mm-hmm.
So Danny texted me one morning, kind of out of the blue, and said, "Can you meet for coffee?" And I said, "Sure." And she then told me that she had a really cool job being Brooke Ence's personal assistant. Would I be interested? And I said,
And did you know who Brooke was at the time?
I totally did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I met Danny at a CrossFit gym.
Right. Okay. So you were into CrossFit. You were going. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. And so they had us take this compatibility quiz, and it was more like just a personality quiz to see how our personalities would work together. Like, what
interesting. I didn't know that.
our strengths were. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it turns out we were super compatible. Like, Brooke's very much the big idea kind of, big personality person. I'm more of like the, behind the scenes, filling in all the details. And so I met Brooke, and within like 5-10 minutes, we were like, okay, let's give this a shot. And it just kind of went from there.
But it's been like a real learning process, right? Because like, I remember when Brooke was like, yeah, I'm getting an assistant. She goes, but I don't know. Like, it was like, she knew she needed help, but she didn't know what kind of help or like where to start. So I think that was a lot of that was like put on you, a lot of responsibility to be like, okay, well, here, I have this job. I don't really know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, what do I do? And then she's kind of going, I don't know. like
the first thing she asked me to do was order wooden hangers for her closet.
Of course she did.
On Amazon. I was like, okay. She wanted all the same kind of hangers. I was like,
she's like, I got to let go of the reins somewhere, but I don't know where. So we'll start with hangers.
Yeah. And
we're going to start with my closet and see if we fuck that up.
It was a huge learning process for both of us because I didn't know any side of the business that she had.
Right.
And she didn't know me enough to like want to hand over anything too critical, right?
Right.
But it quickly morphed into this, hey, can you look at these contracts and, talk to these people and, just kind of became her other half. But we definitely had a couple of bumps in the road.
Oh, sure. I mean, like as you would, because then now it's been how many years now?
Gosh, I started with her in 2018. So in February of 2018.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's been 5.
Yeah.
Hold on. She's chiming in right now.
Oh, okay. Get her in on this. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Beautiful.
We started without you.
That's fine.
I knew you wouldn't mind. We were asking Devin anyway. One of the listeners wanted to know how Devin knew you and met you,
Yeah.
and then me. So she was just given the rundown.
I basically said there was a little bit of turbulence there in the beginning.
It was more like Jesus take the wheel.
Right.
But what does that mean?
I'll tell you what it means, at least from my point of view.
No. I meant at the time, like, didn't really know what that meant.
No, exactly. That's why it was Jesus take the wheel. It was like one of those things where it's like, I know I need help. I had a lot of people telling me like, you need help. And I was like, yeah, but what am I going to have them do?
Yeah.
Like all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I had handled all of my own stuff, man. And I was a mommy for a long time to my ex-husband. And, I didn't know how to all of a sudden delegate some things. Like, it's like, I didn't know everything was important. So I didn't know how to like leave certain things for me to handle, but then like trust everything for Devin to handle. And I remember when it happened is I had on my phone, I was getting my regular email and I was also getting our new business email. And I finally called Devin and I was like, I can't do it anymore. So I am going to take the business email off of my phone and my computer so I can't see it. And if you see something that like might be important and you're not quite sure because it was like a trial by fire.
Sure.
I'm like, just forward it to me. I'll commit to not. And I literally was like, okay, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, we might forget some things. I might forget some things and it might be, some weird growing pains. And there were, and we made it through really fast.
Yeah.
Relatively fast.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'll literally do anything to keep you because I am not replacing you because Devin, you are irreplaceable.
Thank you. I was telling them that I remember that first weekend that I was up there with you and we went and got like a laptop because mine was an absolute dinosaur.
Yeah, I saw it. And I was like, that's not going to work.
I'm like pulling out like
all the cords.
It's like 10 pounds.
It's not even a laptop. It's just a desktop that Devin carries around.
You're like,
big monitor.
You put it in your car.
Yeah.
Plug it around. What's that? It's my laptop. That's not a laptop.
Oh, God.
That's funny.
We were at that coffee shop and you really did say, what is that?
That sounds right.
Goes, this is my laptop. And I was like,
nah.
No, let's go to Apple.
No. Oh my God. I know we were laughing before you got on, Brooke. She was saying that like the first thing that you tasked her with was getting hangers.
Mm-hmm. Help me organize my closet. Dude, the only thing, literally, I was like, okay, I have so much stuff I need help with, but I had a really hard time. I mean, I still to this day. Well, actually, I think I've gotten so comfortable with having Devin. Like my brain powers down early on in the day and just trust that Devin will keep hers powered on. But I did. I was like, I don't know what to have her do. And what we were doing was like a trial period. Like it was the first time Devin had done a job like this. It's the first time I had ever had someone help me, do things and do life. Yeah. And we had decided, I was like, well, we're not going to do like some weird trial period. We just hit the ground running. We're just going to start working and it will kind of be a trial. Like we'll kind of see, we'll, work together. And like at a certain point, we can kind of decide like, is this working for me? Is this working for you? Like I wanted to be as enjoyable for her as I wanted her to be for me. Like, yeah, it's not going to be perfect all the time, but it's like, same thing with you. It's like, I really want to feel like I can continue to bring value to Devin. So there's like a whole level of stress I feel sometimes where it's like, I have to be cooler I have to somehow.
I
be
need
cooler.
more work because I need to.
I need
keep
more
Devin.
work because I need to be cooler because the only way we get paid is if I'm cool.
Right. Yeah. That's really the goal, is to keep you cool.
And now I'm like, Devin, just listen. Leave California, move here, and if it all falls apart, we got 2 houses. My parents have already come to terms with the fact that, like, I may never leave.
I think they're okay with it.
I know. They are.
Yeah. They're fine with it.
I leave and, like, I was driving home from Vegas and I'm getting a phone call, like, where are you? And I'm like, my phone rings and I'm like, God damn it. Again? I'm almost there. I'm getting off the exit. Like, all right, just checking. I'm like, back to this. We miss you. My dad having the conversation with me of, like, the next guy I maybe date. How it's very important that, he earns the right to spend time with me.
Yeah.
And I go, Dad.
I second that.
I third it.
Like, Dad, how do I do that?
What do you mean, how do you do that?
I don't know.
You just don't rush. You just rush it. Don't rush into it.
It's hard to, I'm just the kind of person where it's like, if I like you, then I like you.
I know.
It's like I either, and this is even with friends, like I either care about you or I don't. Like, I care about all people, but, like, when I care about someone, it's to an extent where, like, I worry about you. Like, I really care about you. So
sure. I think
that's why my nails look like this. I'm trying to remind myself.
What is? Oh my God, dude! Are you like going?
Jeanna.
Whoa! Are you? Are you like?
These are my anti-Valentine's Day nails.
This is like your emo period.
My emu?
Sorry, emo.
My emu.
Your emu period. No, it's like you've just become like emo.
Dude, I like want my heart to harden. How sad is that?
Oh God, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't say that.
Well, it needs to harden a little bit.
Well, yeah, you know what it needs to do is it just needs to not rush into anything.
What's hard is it's just my heart, just the way that it is. And I'm trying really hard to.
I know.
Everyone's like, what's going on?
I know. I know.
Oh, yeah. We have people listening. You should probably explain.
I don't want to explain too much, but you guys went through a really rough breakup and right before Christmas, and it's been really rough and really bad. And I'm just, climbing out of a deep, dark hole.
Yeah. But, the thing is, too, though, we've all been there.
I've been there a few times. I'm ready for it, and what's even worse is this. Because I haven't even told you this yet, Jeanna. And
what?
I've a couple people that I've mentioned it to because I told them I would tell them.
Okay.
First response is this. Oh my gosh. Like, I feel like you, like it's just like one thing after the next. In fact, I'll read this response to you and then I'll tell you what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, I'm lost. Okay.
Right here. This is from Camille. I tell her, and she said, oh my God, Brooke, what the fuck? Just add this to the list. I said, exactly. One more thing. Fuck my life. And she said, the world is like, hey, I have a good idea for Brooke. We're going to throw everything at her once and just see what happens. And God was like, you know what? Let's do it. Might be interesting.
I watched a comedian that was like, like when they say like, oh, they just only give them what God only give them whatever they can handle. It's like,
I'm like, today's not the day.
Today's not the day. Like, let's not do that. Like, what? Why me?
I have a new herniated disc in my neck.
Oh,
yeah. Woo!
Whoa. Okay, that's news.
Yeah. So
I'm as bad as before.
No, not as bad. So. I went out to my doctor's appointment. We went over my MRI, my CT scan.
You knew something was wrong.
Yeah, because I'm in a lot of pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but I was kind of, and it's not the worst news. Like, I knew something was wrong, but it still sucked because to me it's like
one more thing.
Like, and like again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I just don't want to have to recover again.
Yeah.
But so what it basically is, First news was this: my fusion didn't heal completely,
Oh,
and one of the
well,
screws
you went to
seems to be a little
follow-up
broke.
appointments for that.
I know, and it was healing just fine.
Wow.
So in the MRI, you could see that it didn't heal completely, and one of the screws is broke.
No. So what does that mean?
Dr. Chang didn't seem really concerned about like needing to rush in and like have that fixed. Well, for sure, never handstand push-ups again.
Yeah. Do you think he was like, oh fuck, it's fucked up, and then somebody's like, but it's not a big deal.
No, he was surprised
because he's the one that did it in the first place.
He was surprised.
No, I'm just kidding.
He was surprised that it hadn't healed all the way. I mean, every follow-up appointment I went to and every scan
I remember
that whole year, it was healing great. So I don't know. I don't know if like
maybe just
it actually wasn't quite healed. And then as soon as I could start training again, I started trying to train for regionals, and I went to regionals.
Well, and that's when they were doing all that handstand shit, and
my shoulders got all fucked up.
Yep.
So then, and I'll show those of you that are watching, I'm going to show a picture of my scan from my first herniation and the new one. So you can kind of see it is drastically different. So my first one was scary.
Yeah.
It was scary.
It looked like your spinal cord was.
Yeah, the function of my legs and my arms.
Yeah.
This one's not nearly as bad. So it is C6, C7 is the one I have fused. 5-6 is the new herniation. He said,
Wow.
it could be like hereditary, it could be like a genetic type thing. There's really no way of knowing what caused it. Same thing as the last time, but like I really don't know what caused it, because what have I been doing? I've just been slowly dying. So
aren't we all?
I'm flying tonight. I leave. I'm going to Salt Lake I'm getting another injection. Remember how that went last time?
Oh no.
Yeah. So I'm flying up there tonight. My appointment's like 7 a.m. I actually need to call and clarify because I never got.
Did you wait, but are they gonna like sedate you?
No, it's like last time.
But it shouldn't be like last time.
I know.
That was dramatic.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Why? What happened last time?
Well, you should tell the story.
For last time.
Well, I wasn't really. They wouldn't let me in there with her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I went into like the certain point, like was waiting with her. And then when they actually did the thing, but I just remember her coming out, and she was like, not only was
it was when we were in the car. Yeah, it was like,
but the actual procedure itself was more traumatic than you expected it to be. Cause they were like, oh, it's just going to be no problem. They stick this like crazy long ass needle.
And they watch it through like an x-ray, and they also let you know, like if they hit the wrong thing.
Yeah. Like into your neck, and you're like watching it. And she was like, oh my God, like it was so much scarier than she realized it was going to be. And then the pain that she was in on the way back in the car, it was like
numbing, like the little bit of numbing that they do first. Like we were driving back, and it was gone.
But it was like, no, it was like wearing off as she was getting into the car. So it was like, we still had to drive all the way home.
Zing, zing,
and luckily, I stopped at a gas station before I got on the freeway and got like a bunch of Tylenol, or what did we get? Like Advil or something.
Advil, yeah.
For her to take. But that period of time before that Advil took over, and when that completely wore off, she was in so much pain that she couldn't even hold still, really. Like she was like trying to like find like a good position to be in. And it was like,
Jeanna's driving. We're in traffic on the freeway in Northern California, and I'm crying. I'm in so much pain. And Jeanna has to like, even like just every time she would touch on her brakes. So it wasn't hitting your brakes because we were driving pretty slow. Just the touch of the brake, it would shoot nerve pain up to my forehead and down my arm and into my back. And I was like,
and we're in this like stop and go traffic. so it's like,
I'm sorry.
I know. And like every time I hit the gas, it would like, jerk her a little bit. And I was like trying so hard to do it like really slow and then like stop really slow. But the traffic was so like choppy. And I was just like, every time I'd be like, I'm sorry. She's like, oh, okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was like, oh man, it was bad. Like I've just never seen her in so much pain before. Cause even like with what she had gone through before, like she was used to dealing with a large amount of pain is basically what had been happening. And this is the first time I saw her that it was like, whoa, like Like she was like crawling up the back of the seat, like in the car almost, like just trying to find a good position. I was like, oh my God. I thought she was going to bail out of the car at one point.
Yeah. So I'm going to get one of those tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully you're not driving. Oh, you're not driving yourself.
No, I am.
Oh,
I'm flying up tonight.
oh, okay.
Yeah. The hotel I'm staying at tonight is right there on campus at University of Utah.
Okay.
So I'll drive over in the morning, and then what I'll do is I'll just stay. I'll let them know too, because I don't have someone taking me. I'll just stay there until, you
feel
better or whatever.
Well, you should tell them your experience for the last time so that they can like get you some good pain meds
or like
for after, so that you can just
have them, like something to take when I'm
yeah, that's what I mean. Something. But a lot of times they have to give you a prescription so that you can fill it before. So maybe mention it to them before you get up there.
I got to call him. I got a call today, so I will ask him.
Devin, there you go. There's a job for today.
Well, I was going to say, you mentioned me flying out. Maybe I will. Do you want me to fly out today?
Well, here's the thing.
We can talk about it after.
Well, no, here's the thing. Last minute flights are,
expensive.
Planned out flights are really, really expensive these days.
Dude, I know.
Last minute ones are bad.
It's so crazy to me how
you can take a peek at it, Dev, but you can take a look and see if it really would be worth it. If not, then no. And then you're going to come out here hopefully next week or so anyways. So you guys, this is where I'm at. I guess tentative plan is we'll do this.
Yeah, I was going to say, are they going to do surgery again?
So that's not the goal.
But they don't have to fix the pin or whatever, that screw that's broken?
After this, I will, talk to Dr. Chang and see what he thinks. He said if we did end up doing surgery, like if it was to a point where it's not something that we need to rush to that answer.
Okay.
If that was something that we ended up doing, he would fix the fusion while he was doing a disc replacement. So the plan would be, if I was to a point where like that was the best option, because I'm like, whatever, doing PT, and if I am super symptomatic and we can't find any comfort and I'm still losing strength or whatever, then we would do it.
Oh God.
Ooh, I know you guys all want to hang out with your friend in a neck brace again.
I enjoyed it.
I know.
I could boss you around a lot.
We could go to Coachella together. You could wear you could wear a sympathy neck brace.
Yes. That still gets me.
So I'll do the injection. Hopefully that will just ease a lot of my discomfort and hopefully all the time. And then I'll cut you off. That's okay.
But no, I was saying, but hopefully too, with the fact that you're not training as intensely as you were before, because that was the goal before. It was like, okay, you were still in the game. Mm-hmm. You're still competing. And the
thing is, like, that's so crazy is like, I've had the last couple of years, I haven't trained consistently at all because I've been trying to get all my blood work and everything.
Right. But this was in what, like 2018 that you had it? 17?
I had surgery in 17. I competed in 18.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you still were, but
I know. But I'm saying like how
training pretty hard.
Oh, I know. I'm saying like 2023.
Sure. No,
end of 2022, like 19, 20, like 3 years.
Yeah.
Fine.
But it could have just been a cumulative over.
Yeah. So
sucks. I'm sorry.
We'll do a shot. I'm going to find a good PT, do PT. And let's say pain comes back. I asked Dr. Chang, I was like, okay, so I was wondering if there was like a time period, like the shot's going to work, you're going to feel better from here to here. And I was thinking like after this point, then we'll kind of see like how you feel without having any, something that's helping decrease inflammation or whatever. Yeah. And he said, there's no way of knowing, like you could have pain again in a week. You could have, the pain may never come back. So I'm like, all right, I'm not even going to try and speculate or make a big plan. So the short-term plan is do the shot, find someone to do PT, and then just go from there. If it got to a point where I needed to do a pain came back, probably do another MRI just to double check it's not worse. Maybe do another shot if I'm in a lot of discomfort, but it doesn't look like it's something that we need. Like it's not getting worse per se. Keep doing PT. And then, if it came to it, then I guess Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, show your pictures.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
show the old one first.
All right. Let me know if you guys can see it. So this is my old one.
Yeah.
You can see it.
So you can see, show them like point to where.
Oh, you can see.
There's a little arrow.
No, I know,
there.
but just if you don't know what you're looking at.
Oh, so this is my disc.
That's her spinal cord.
Been pinching that thing off for a while.
Yeah.
And then this is the new one. It's significantly different.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, but also how crazy that like this, I have this much pain with that.
Right.
And
what you were dealing with before.
Pinched in half like a garden hose.
Yeah.
Before.
I know. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. So cool.
That's not the best news. I'm sorry.
You can't really see this. I'll try and show you because I just didn't get a good enough picture.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my fusion. And it's like back here, he called it like a cleft. So it didn't heal all the way. And that top screw is broke. I don't know if you can kind of.
Sort of.
Yeah. When I saw it when he had on the big screen. Let's see. Yeah, when he had it up on the big screen, you can kind of see it right here. That top one. Can you kind of see it?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's hard for the glare, but we can kind of see it.
Yeah.
It's broken.
Just trust me. It's broken.
How did I do that? How did I do that?
Fuck, man. I don't know. Your head just doesn't want to stay on the rest of your body.
I mean, my mom's told me my whole life.
Trying to jump ship.
You'd lose your head you'd lose your head if it weren't attached.
See, it's trying to detach. I mean, now we know.
Yeah, just like this.
This is why. Yeah. Seriously.
I wish, man. I could put it back on. It just wants
to be on its own.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm independent.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry, babe. It's horrible news.
That's all right. It is not great.
It's not great.
But it's not the worst it could be. So.
No.
Glass half full.
You're going to live. You're going to live.
Here comes my mom.
You're going to live. There was a second half to this email. Oh.
Hang on. Sorry. Mom's asking me.
Hi, Leslie.
A roasted red pepper.
Let me ask my friends. Hey, guys. Beef stew or roasted red pepper soup? She's making it.
Beef stew.
I know. I was going to say beef stew.
I mean, that's like, right. I mean, I'm sure the other is delicious.
Oh, no, it is definitely delicious.
I'm thinking beef like stew. cold evenings, beef stew.
Oh, yeah. Chunky.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Is it snowing?
Hey, Jeanna.
What?
Soups and stews.
That's you and Katie's business. Soups and stews.
What are you doing? Come here. You guys.
Okay. So I thought this was kind of funny.
Can you show your cute outfit? Come here.
So, okay. What are we looking at? Oh, look at your hair.
Here, your Capri Suns and your sippy.
Hi, cutie
She has these cute little black Nikes on.
Oh my gosh. So cute.
Rookie's in the meeting.
Little Maisie. Cutie bug.
I don't have a lot of things. You know, it's cool. I don't have health insurance. You know what's really cool about that? Hey, why not have some neck issues?
Oh my God, that's true.
Why not pay for an MRI, a CT scan, all your doctor's appointments? Oh, the injection. Oh.
Yeah.
You know,
that's going to add up.
Oh, you know what? Everyone's like, well, why don't you have health insurance? Well, you know what? It's literally been the last thing on my to-do list.
It's been on the last thing of your to-do list forever. And of course, this is going to happen as soon as you get to the point where you're going to finally get it together and get it.
Well, and I'm paying for I pay for Live Health. You guys, if you haven't checked out Live Health, you should. What I do like about it is preventative medicine. So I do I feel good about the money I'm spending with them because of the fact that they keep an eye on all of your blood markers. If there's something that isn't good and they're seeing signs of something to like look further into, you have to have your family doctor because then they can send you to that person. So it is kind of nice, but no way to plan, for herniated disc.
Yeah. Yeah. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So the thing is, what's so annoying about all these TV show websites, they're all owned by the same one company, and they're like, you got to pay a monthly for every single one, and then a new show comes out or a new season of a show comes out,
and you're like, I don't have that platform.
They let you watch the first episode, then it's like, get the rest of them on Paramount Plus, on Showtime, on Hulu, Peacock.
My sister is like a
channel.
She's like a TV genius, and so she's got it all worked out. So she was over here last night. She goes, Jeanna, what you need. Sorry, this lighting is weird. And so it's like, I'm trying to figure out where to do it where I don't look like a marionette. It's like, what is going on? But yeah, so she came over last night and she was like, well, so you have Shudder. Cause of course I have like the scary movie one. There's like 3 of them. And I just bought AMC so I could watch, Mayfair Witches or whatever.
I watched that.
Rice.
It's very good.
It's really good, and I love it because it's Anne Rice and she's my absolute favorite. But it's a little WB-ish.
Oh yeah,
the filming, like when the guy has the
out in a while.
I know, yeah, no. So it's like enjoyable to watch, but like the part like where the guy like takes his gloves off and then he that part is so hokey.
Well, and later, the later episodes in that become more hokey.
Yeah. So
the beginning is like a little bit better, and you're almost just irritated because she's like continues to run away from the people that really want to help her. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, stop it. But yeah, no. So if you guys watch it, I mean, it's a fun watch, but you can tell their budget's pretty low.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway,
I tried to watch last night. I got in bed at like 7:30. And I was like, I'm going to watch a scary movie. And I literally turned on and turned off like 4 different scary, horror TV shows.
That just weren't that scary.
And one movie, and it starts out and I'm like, oh, can't do it. And the thing is too, is like, this could just be that this is what my Netflix, my Amazon Prime, like the stuff that's popping up that I'm trying to search for or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't do if it's going to be a dubbed over movie, it has to be good.
Yeah.
For me to like stick it out.
Yeah.
And I have not found, in fact, if you've watched any worth watching scary shows or movies, you should text them to me and leave out all the ones that are garbage. And I know you've seen those ones all the way through. I tried to watch. Have you seen? I
didn't know if you were talking to our listeners or me at first.
No, you.
As soon as you said that, I was like, "Oh, it's me." Yeah.
I tried watching Chambers.
I haven't watched that.
It's about this girl who gets a heart transplant, and something weird happens because it's like she's haunted by her heart. Something weird, and I thought, oh, well, this could be interesting. And then first episode, I was just like, no, I can't do it.
Well, I do have some that are, these are not scary, but I watched this one show and I put it on my story the other night because I thought it was so funny because it reminded me of Daniel, but it's called The Pez Outlaw. I haven't looked into it, but so it's really interesting that this guy, back in, I want to say like the 80s or the 90s.
Keep talking. I think the hospital's calling me.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I'm just going to mute myself.
Yeah, no problem. So basically this guy finds out, or he figures out a way to, all those things that you can get off the back of cereal boxes, like prizes and different things that you could do.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the person that that was his whole hobby was to get whatever he could free off of cereal boxes. So they literally came up with the one per household because of this guy. Like that rule, because he was raking in so much stuff. And so then he decides Pez, like the little candies, Pez, there are collectors of Pez, but strangely enough, Pez, the company, the European company and the United States company were completely different. So United States was in control of like which, I guess, designs that they wanted to sell in the United States. But there were a ton in the European one that were different. And so they would become collector's items. So this guy decides, he's got like some job he hates. He decides to take all of his money and travel to Europe and go to the Pez warehouse, meets the guy that's running it, ends up buying bags and bags, like big duffel bags of Pez dispensers that you can't get in the US, and then just freaking brings them over and makes millions off of them.
Is this a documentary?
Yes.
Oh.
And he's just this quirky little guy. Anyway, it's a really fun, cute story, but it's funny how it became almost like a war because and that's why they call him like the Pez outlaw, is because the people that were running United States Pez were getting pissed off because he's making so much money off the European designs in the US.
Interesting.
So anyway, so then the guy that runs, it became like this, like, like they were like arch nemesis. Anyway, the leader of the Pez, US, and then this guy. So anyway, it's really funny, quirky little story, but I would definitely recommend watching it. It's hilarious.
That definitely sounds like something that you would watch.
I know. Well, and the other one that's really cute is, I think it's called Wildcat on Prime. Have you seen the commercials for that? It's also a documentary, but it's like, I think I cried twice in it. It was so sad. Yeah. Did you watch the last, the one that when it came out last night of The Last of Us?
No, I didn't because I wanted to watch it with Steven.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cause that's the other show. I know Devin's obsessed with it too, but it's The Last of Us on, what is it?
I'm Devin.
Oh, I thought you said Devin. I didn't say Devin.
You said, I know Devin's obsessed with it too.
Oh yeah, no, I meant that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I need more coffee.
No, I'm like, wait, what did I call myself Devin?
Wait.
I was like, no, I was just telling our listeners, like, Devin's obsessed with it too.
Yes, I am.
The Last of Us.
Oh, The Last of Us.
Have you watched it yet, B?
No.
Oh.
It's on Hulu.
Oh.
I told Devin, I was like, no, but she goes, I'll give you my sign in.
Well, that's what I was telling my sister, was like, they have like this bundle where she's like, I'm just going to give you all my logins. So she came over last night and she's like, you can just get rid of this one, because now they're all on this one. I'm like, awesome.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just get somebody to come over and log in on theirs. But no, Last of Us is really good. I think the 3rd episode came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen the new
It's a tearjerker.
Oh, really?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeanna, have you seen the new Nick Cage movie?
Which one? The one where he stars as himself?
No.
Oh. No, the one that's out, like he's like a vampire one or something?
No, it's a Western.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
It's called The Old Way.
Oh.
So we rented it. It's on Amazon.
Okay.
Me, my mom, and my dad, because it was a Western. And as I'm looking at it, I was like, this is a gamble. It's Nick Cage, and it's Western. We like Western. So we decided to give it a go. Dude, it is so funny.
Well, he's so funny.
It's really good because it's so funny. But basically, he was a criminal.
Okay.
And, really just like the Wild West.
Like an outlaw?
So, killed a lot of people. And he was like the one that everyone feared. And I guess he disappeared or whatever, had a family.
Okay.
And some outlaws that never could get over, I guess, him came looking.
Okay.
And, he's got a daughter, and he ends up, kind of going after him and him and his daughter. But it is really funny. Me and my dad laughed so many times. And it was way better than we expected.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
you should watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I was just looking it up. It's,
I can't. I want to like say more, but I'm not going to till after you
okay.
watch it.
Yeah, it says retired gunslinger Colton Briggs faces the consequences of his past when the son of a man he murdered arrives to take his revenge. Briggs must take up arms once more after his wife is killed and is joined by his young daughter. Dude, I mean, who doesn't love Nick Cage?
In the very beginning, when it kind of shows like him back in the day, and then it kind of jumps forward to today, he has the most terrible mustache. It's so bad. We see him. My mom and my dad are like, "That's a bad mustache." It looks like it's only growing from here, and it's just this long hair.
Oh no! Oh no! He's a trip though. Like I could see him like being like the one that's like, I see myself in this mustache.
100%.
Like, yeah, there was I can't remember what it was. Daniel was listening to it. It was a book. It was, I believe, Seth Rogen, maybe. And there's a part in there where he meets Nick Cage, and it is the funniest interaction, like a real interaction with this guy. Like he's just as nuts, like off screen as he is on screen.
Don't doubt it.
Completely nuts. Well, and I remember when he owned
that house.
Yeah. I think we talked about that before.
Yeah.
He had owned that house that then Johnny Depp owned. And supposedly whoever owned it, just like their life just went downhill right after. So until you sell the house. It's like a haunted house in New Orleans.
Do I own it?
Yeah. Yeah. Devin, you might want to look and see if Brooke has any kind of like investments in some strange.
Or maybe someone who's like, invested on my behalf.
They just somewhere there's just a voodoo doll of you. They're just sticking pins into your neck.
Can you hit the other side? I'm sick of it being this side. It's always this side.
It's always this side. All right. Well, we should probably get going.
Yeah, I need to wash my hair.
Yeah, go wash your hair.
I do. I got to wash it before
When do you fly out? Tomorrow?
Tonight.
Or tonight?
Because I have to be there at 7:40 in the morning.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
so I talked to him. That's what it was. She was letting me know, be there at 7:40. And then she's like, do you have someone to drive you home? And I said, no. So I said, I was wondering, can I just like stay in like the recovery area a little bit longer or whatever? And she goes, yeah, that's fine. She's like, until you're, ready to go. And I did mention to her, like you said, I said, also, I need to mention, I've had this done once before, and after I was in excruciating pain.
Yeah.
So
can she give you something?
She was going to talk to them, and she said that they'll either call me and let me know, because that maybe they can, she said maybe a Valium might help your muscles relax before and after, just so you're not seizing up. Like maybe that's what it is too. I don't know. Well,
just make sure you have some Advil with you too. Cause remember once that kicked in, you were fine.
Yeah.
But it was just that period of it hadn't kicked in. So what I would do if I were you is just take it right after.
Well, the thing that's tough too is it's like, nerve pain. You can't like, there's nothing you can take that like stops that. Right. So,
well,
just as long as I don't have, everything's not seizing up and making it even worse.
Yeah.
So,
well, do you say good luck, or is that like bad luck? Is that that's like break a leg, break a neck, break a neck.
Don't give any ideas. I feel like someone might be. I feel like someone who has that voodoo doll of me is listening.
Oh my God,
man, that'd be a fucking scary movie,
dude. Yeah, seriously, I'm sure that there's one out there like that.
I know.
There has to be.
Yeah, we don't have it yet, but soon they'll dub it over with some shitty English and it'll be available.
I mean, that's the thing though, is like a lot of other countries are putting out some way better movies. Unfortunately.
And part of it is I feel like, I was
dubbing that ruins it.
I was questioning this last night. I was like, how do we not have like more stuff right now? And I'm like, well, I guess, with all the COVID bullshit, they made it extremely difficult to get through any amount of filming.
I think there's so much out there. It's like some of it's really shitty, but
most of it.
I think my problem is that I watch too much TV.
Well,
I'm trying to read more so that I don't watch so much TV.
the reason I watch, when I get a lot of shows in, it's just when I'm like on the plane. So it's like I always want to download stuff for when I'm flying because I don't know, makes it easier. Time passes by and I don't hate it as much if I can like be entertained.
We'll download. I was telling Devin while you were on the phone, Pez Outlaw, Netflix, and Wildcat on Amazon. If you
I
if you
saw
want like a
that. I just haven't. Okay, is it good?
Wildcat's really good. It's like it's sad. It gets a little sad, but it's a really, really good one. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. Devin, you wanna do it?
All right, guys. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. 5-star rating, 5-star warning.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for listening, guys.